Attention, Star Cadets! Stand by for action! Captain Paxar says prepare to travel time and soar through space while facing the worst villains of the past and the future. Stand by for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour.
Greetings, Star Cadets! I, Captain Paxar, am speaking to you from the secret headquarters of the Interdimensional Peace Force. Today's continuing mission is as follows. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, and the crew of the Orbit Jet must attempt to land on the mysterious planet Prah to capture a gang of space marauders. Stand by for action as Rocky Jones battles the Pirates of Prah.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In Pirates of Prah Chapter 2. When we last saw Rocky Jones, he was investigating a gang of space pirates. He had just rescued spaceship CM7 by putting it into a magnetic lock with his own ship, the Orbit Jet.
XV2 answering. Come in.
Casa 7, Central Station to XV2, ready for ground control landing. Neutralize all circuits.
Neutralizing all circuits.
Activate all gyros.
Activating gyro.
We'll take ground control at count 15. Out.
Out. Winky, forward, please. Reg, is the intercom rig up still on? Reg.
Gotcha, Rocky.
With your rockets out, I'll keep you in magnetic lock with the Orbit Jet. Switch on gyro. Prepare for landing.
Will do.
Secure for landing. Gyro's on.
Stand by twin landing platforms. Ready magnetic locks. It's only a matter of seconds now.
My sister Vina can't be any happier than I am.
The Orbit Jet and CM7 and magnetic lock are safely landed, sir.
Nice going, Ken.
I'll bet you're excited, Vina.
I'm excited and happy and thankful I reached Casa 7.
Your big brother's probably waiting outside now.
Yes.
Pop!
Oh, it's good to see you, sis.
I came very near not making it.
Yeah, you sure had us worried when your ship didn't answer our signals.
We were spacewhacked by pirates. None of our equipment was working.
Winky, I'm disappointed. There aren't any girls waiting for you.
You're disappointed. How do you think I feel?
Bobby, Winky, this is my brother Paul.
Hi, Bobby. Hello,
Hi.
Winky. Hi, Paul.
Winky's co-pilot on the Orbit Jet.
Huh? Hey, Bobby, aren't you a little young to be a space traveler?
I'm learning to be a pilot like Rocky.
Hello, Reggie. I hear you've been having pirate troubles.
Well, they almost hitched us to a star and left us there.
And you're Rocky Jones.
It's nice meeting Zena's brother.
Well, I've been looking forward to your visit here to Casa 7.
I wish it were on more pleasant business, Paul. We should discuss a plan of action as quickly as possible.
Well, let's go to my quarters and get on with it. Come on, sis. I'll show you how your bachelor brother lives.
When the leader from the pirate spaceship came on our ship, I recognized him. He was Rinkman. And later, Reggie said Dr. Vanko was also on their ship.
They're two fugitives from Earth, Paul. Brinkman's a traitor to the United Worlds and an out-and-out criminal.
Well, what procedure did the space pirates use to capture our cargo ships?
They use some form of beamed energy that prevents the ship's instruments from working, like cutting a light switch.
Yes, but I don't see how that can be done.
When the speed of the spaceship is balanced against the pull of gravity of Casa 7, they cut the power. That leaves the ship in a perfect little orbit.
It becomes a captive permanently, a man-made satellite.
Yes. The only way they can be rescued is by tandem pull, using the rocket thrust of another ship which is locked with them.
That's how Rocky brought our spaceship CM7 here.
Well, that means I can send out search ships to locate those that have vanished.
Yes, Paul. The ships and their crews can be saved, even if the cargoes are lost.
And you have to catch up with two renegades, Rinkman and Dr. Venko.
We'll have to find out who's behind them and where they operate from.
Well, we've got the whole solar system to work in.
Well, how can you find out where to start, Rocky?
Well, like Winky says, Bobby, the entire solar system is ours. Oh, Paul, I'd like to use your solar system atlas, if I may, and do a little studying.
Sure, right down in the bookcase. Help yourself. And if you need anything else, just ask.
Thank you, Paul.
Well, let's let Rocky get to work, huh? Meantime, I'll show the rest of you what's being done here in Casa 7.
Are you sure it's all right for us to leave, Rocky?
Oh, we won't go too far, Bobby.
Well, I'll stick around in case Rocky needs anything.
Okay, you can always reach me by the visiograph.
Fine.
Thanks, Vina.
Can I get you anything else?
No, this is just fine. Oh, did you get Bobby to bed?
Yes, he's in dreamland.
So is Winky. And you're next, Vina. Turn in.
Are we getting anywhere, Rocky?
I think so. If Paul's around, I'd like to talk with him.
We'll be right with you.
Oh, Vina, just Paul. You'll learn all about it in the morning. Those are orders.
All right.
Yeah. How about a little snack for me, huh? I was awake all the time.
I'll get you a snack, you faker.
Well, Rock, I'm raring to go.
You should be after 8 hours sleep.
This is air. It's like Paris in spring.
We won't be in it long.
There goes my social life on Casa 7.
I know, Winky. It's rough on the girls, but we have work to do.
Winky, Vina sent this to you.
This is mine. That's Rocky's.
Rocky, have you come up with anything yet?
Maybe. If an unfriendly planet is behind the acts of piracy, they wouldn't operate from their home base. That'd be too easy to trace.
And the United Worlds might declare open warfare.
There are 4 or 5 planetoids far enough off of regular space lanes that could be used as secret bases for criminal traffic. I have checked them all, and this is the one I'd pick.
Why, that's the planetoid Prah.
Known as the Lonely Moon.
Prah is 20 celestial degrees from any lane of space travel.
Yes, but Rocky, you know the history of Prah.
No spaceship has ever landed there because of some unknown defense barrier.
That's right. 3 Earth spaceships set off for Prah, and nothing was ever heard of them again once they entered its gravity field.
The only way we'll ever find out if Prah is being used is to go there.
Well, how do we get through the barrier?
I think it can be managed.
Are you sure, Rocky?
All right, so we land on Prah. What then?
We'll decide that when we get there.
That's that. Nothing to do but blast off.
I'll send along a couple of armed escort ships with you.
Thanks, Paul, but we're not ready for any frontal attack.
I don't like it, Rocky.
There is something you can do.
What's that?
Explain to Vina and Bobby why they can't go along.
That'll be a neat trick if you can do it.
The trick is, we'll be off of Casa 7 before they're up in the morning.
This is Ophiuchus. Come in.
This is Rinkman speaking from Prah.
Calling Cleolanta on Ophiuchus.
This is Cleolanta. What is there to report?
I've got the cargo of Earth's spaceship CM7 safely stowed away.
Hold it at Prah until you receive delivery orders. Is there anything else, Rinkman?
Yes. Break down a little, Cleolanta. Forget you're the boss for 5 minutes.
Do you have anything more to report?
A little bit. I think you'll like this. After we left the CM7 to its lonely travels, we picked up Rocky Jones on the radar vex.
And you kept right on to Prah?
Sure, why not?
So he could follow you? You fool. Do you think you can outsmart Rocky Jones?
What do you think? I had Armin, your best pilot, standing by on a decoy spaceship to blast the orbit jet into the next galaxy.
You've disobeyed my orders.
I was thinking mainly of saving my own neck.
Remain on Prah for further orders. Out.
You know something, Doc? Sometimes I think she'd rather see us dead than Rocky Jones.
Atlas Man. Atlas Man!
Did you call me, Cleolanta?
Rinkman and Dr. Venko are on Prah.
Excellent. Then we'll have more valuable merchandise to sell to our ally planets.
Rinkman and Dr. Vanko are to be executed.
Executed? But what have they done?
They've disobeyed my orders.
I shall see that your orders are carried out.
Then do it.
Cleolanta, it's too bad that we can't get Rocky Jones to take their place.
Get out. Get out!
Winky.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
We're approaching Prah's gravity field, right?
Yes, you can see Prah now on visiograph.
Well, what are we going to do about that defense barrier?
You know, Winky, what you can't see, you can't hit.
I'll buy that. But what are we going to do about that defense barrier?
I've been holding out on you until now, Winky, because I promised Professor Newton.
I know what you mean, the coal light. I never could get you to talk about it.
Professor Newton asked me not to use it until we had to. He's kept it so hush-hush that most people don't even know it exists. I'll have to brief you on it.
Right.
When the lamp's actuated by this switch, the filament in the vacuum tube is quickly brought to a temperature of about minus 243 degrees centigrade.
Freezing Jupiter. Why all that cold?
Well, Professor Newton explained it this way. Heat can affect light waves to a point where images that aren't even there can be seen by the human eye, like the mirages that appear on hot deserts.
Well, sure, I've seen them on the Sahara.
Now, intense cold can have the opposite effect. Blot out images that are actually there. When this lamp is switched on, the rays sent out by the terrifically cold light will make the orbit jet invisible.
Well, how can we fly a ship we can't see?
The cold light will surround the ship, but we'll be able to see everything normally here in the cabins. But no one will be able to see us.
Well, if that can't get us through any defense barrier, nothing can.
Oh, just one point, Winky. We have to fight time. We don't know how long the cold lamp will operate, so stand by to switch it up, huh?
Right, sir.
We're entering Prah's gravity field. Switch it on, Winky.
How do we know if the ship's invisible?
We don't, not for sure. But if something hits us, we'll know the cold light didn't work.
That's finding out the hard way. Boy, that's a rugged place.
Activate the gyro.
Activated, sir.
Secure for landing.
But even if we can spot a place in that rocky terrain, the orbit jet won't stand on its tail.
We're going to go right into one of their landing platforms.
Well, somebody's going to be surprised. I hope it isn't us.
Start rocket braking.
Braking, sir.
Coming into spaceship platform.
We didn't have a signal for a landing. Who could possibly land on Prah? Marco. Marco!
Markov here.
Who's making a landing?
Nothing's coming into the landing platforms.
Are you blind? Let's have a look, Doc.
Keep the visiograph on, Winky. You'll have to cover me. If they start anything, blast them.
I'll keep my trigger finger ready.
You'll be able to see me materialize on the ship's invisibility blanket.
Boy, they're going to be even more surprised than they are now. But remember, we don't know how long the coal light will last.
Right.
See, no spaceship has landed here.
It must have landed. We heard the rockets.
Maybe we're all blind.
What do you think, Doc? You heard it. I don't know. I don't know. It's fantastic. Look, there is your answer.
You expecting someone, Rinkman?
Rocky Jones, you have discovered the light vibration of invisibility. It's friendly of you to bring this new discovery to us.
Let's not waste time, Rinkman. I'm here with a warning.
You're in no spot to give orders.
There's the orbit jet. Take my word for it. There's a gun on it ready to blast you if you make one false move. I'll make it brief, Rinkman. Stop pirating the spaceships of the United Worlds, or Prah will be blown out of existence.
That's big talk, Rocky. I didn't think the orbit jets would fire on you to get us.
You'll gain nothing by holding me.
We'll take that chance. Get him to the caves.
Leolanda?
Yes?
This is Rinkman on Prah, reporting an emergency.
Proceed with your report.
There's been a slight change in our plans to destroy the orbit jet in Rocky Jones.
Why wasn't it reported earlier?
Because I didn't discover the change until Rocky Jones landed on Prah.
That's impossible. No spaceship can get through the defense barrier.
Rocky Jones has discovered a new trick. He's here.
What is he up to?
Nothing much, as long as I have him locked up in one of the caves.
Keep him under guard. You'll get further orders. Out. Well, Atlasan?
I've ordered 2 of our most trusted men to Prah to handle the execution of Rinkman and Dr. Vanko.
Cancel your orders.
Cleolanta, that was your command.
I said cancel your orders.
What's the matter? Did they redeem themselves?
I will go to Prah and decide if they are to be pardoned.
Prah is a barren planet, a land of rock and granite mountains. There's no place for a woman.
Have my spaceship made ready. You will serve as pilot.
If that is what you wish.
It is what I command.
Winky, am I getting through?
You're coming in clear, Rocky.
I'm being held in a cave in one of the mountains.
I'll find it. We don't know how much coal light we have left.
You're not to leave the orbit jet. I'll have to find a way to get cleared. So keep the ship ready for blast-off at any time.
Will do. but I feel like a lunkhead just sitting here.
Your job is to keep the orbit jet invisible, just as long as the cold light holds out. Stand by.
Rocky, suppose we make a deal.
I'm listening.
You got something good in that secret of invisibility.
Yeah, I think so.
I could get you off Prah alive in exchange for that secret.
You're wasting your time.
I'll put it this way. Come in with me.
You mean, as a space pirate?
It pays off. Working out of an invisible spaceship, we'd have the solar system by the tail.
How about the people you're taking orders from?
We won't be needing them. We can brush them off.
Yes, but I don't know who you're working for.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you, Rocky? Not a chance.
All right.
Well, Rocky, is it a deal? Or do you rot it out in this cave? What'll it be, Rocky?
Keep him covered, Winky.
I got him covered, Rocky.
Brinkman's been gone a long time.
He had some business with the prisoner.
He shouldn't have gone to see Rocky Jones alone. Rocky's a sharp character.
He insisted.
I'm going to see what's going on.
Back up. Don't try anything. Go on, Dr. Backo. Put your hands in the air and keep clear. Go on, get over to side, Dr. Backo. Now, don't either one of you try a thing. Winky. Come in, Winky.
Go ahead, Rocky. Not much time left.
Open the airlock hatch.
Airlock hatch open.
Prepare for blast-off. I'm on my way.
Rockets will be roaring.
Right. Off perfect, Winky.
You had yourself quite a time.
Yes, but I didn't quite complete the job. We know where the space pirates operate from.
And who they are.
But we still don't know who's behind Rinkman. We'll keep the cold light on until we're out of Prah's gravity field.
I sure hope there's enough energy left in the land.
Winky, look. Strange spaceship headed for Prah.
Well, we just blasted off in time.
Rinkman's boss is probably on that ship. I'd sure like to have a look inside.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Cleolanda, about this journey to Prah.
The truth is, Rocky Jones has been taken prisoner and is being held on Prah.
So that's the reason you're giving it your personal attention.
If you were as smart as my chief officer should be, you'd know the reason. Rocky Jones has caused us more difficulties than any other person in the United Worlds. I want him on our side.
You failed before, Cleolanda.
This time, I'm not going to fail.
XV2 to Casa 7. This is the XV2 calling Casa 7.
This is Casa 7. Go ahead, XV2.
Message to Paul Ray. We are proceeding to Casa 7. Anticipate arrival at 400 solar time. Tell Paul to say hello to Vina and Bobby.
Message will be delivered to Paul Ray.
Thank you, Casa 7. Out.
Well, there's the period on this mission.
No, Winky.
I think there's still a lot more to come before we see the end of the space pirates.
Well done, Star Cadets! The first phase of our mission was a rousing success! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment!
Welcome back, Star Cadets. I, Captain Paxar, will now brief you on the second phase of our mission. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, must root out the traitor in their midst if they are ever to return to Earth again. Stand by for action as Rocky Jones triumphs over the Pirates of Prah.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In Pirates of Prah, Chapter 3. When we last saw Rocky Jones, he had discovered that the space pirates were using the planetoid Prah as their base of operations. Rocky is now on his way to Casa 7 landing station to report his findings.
This is Casa 7 Central Station. Come in.
This is the XB-2 approaching gravity field.
What is your estimated time of arrival?
1100 hours.
We'll prepare landing clearance. Please contact Central Station when you reach altitude 50 miles.
We'll report at 50 miles. Out.
This is Casa 7, Ken speaking.
Rinkman here. Go ahead, Ken.
The orbit jet just reported. Approaching Casa 7. Do you hear me?
Tell him to contact you for instructions after the orbit jet lands.
Contact me for instructions after the orbit jet lands.
Rinkman, is everything going as planned?
Everything's just fine. Out.
You mean everything's ruined by your stupidity?
Do we have to go into that again?
I arrive on Prah and find Rocky Jones has made fools of the whole lot of you.
He just vanished right in front of our eyes.
What can you do against a secret like that?
You can find out what the secret is and use it yourself. But you let him slip right through your fingers.
Let's not make a big argument out of it, Atlasan. Rocky's gone. What we have to find out is how do we get him back?
Until we dispose of him, our very profitable traffic in United Planet spaceships and their valuable cargoes is finished.
You should have let us finish them the way we wanted to.
My orders stand. I want Rocky Jones alive.
Why, Cleolanta? I just don't understand.
You don't have to understand, Rinkman. Now concentrate on these orders. I want Casa 7 taken.
No, that's not a bad idea.
And not too difficult to accomplish. Instruct our agent Ken to immobilize their defenses.
Casa 7 should be a sitting duck. We take it over and all the valuable equipment and material.
Don't fail this time. We're returning to Ophiuchus. One thing more. You'll not be welcome in Ophiuchus until you bring Rocky Jones as a prisoner.
You never opened your face, Doc.
Well, why waste words? We are in the unfortunate position of being obliged to do Cleolanta's dirty work.
But if we take over Casa 7 and lay hands on Rocky Jones, we'll do the dictating. Right now, we have to wait for word from Ken.
Paul, this is Ken at landing controls.
Yes, Ken.
The orbit jet is in the process of landing.
Good. I'll be there in a few minutes. Have Rocky wait for me there. Out.
in shipshape thanks to Professor Newton's cold light.
Oh, Winky. Give me all the details on the operation of the cold light for a report to Professor Newton.
Will do. You know, I'll bet those space buzzards on Prah are still busy trying to figure out what made the orbit jet invisible.
I think we can depend on them trying to find out.
That's what I like about you. You're so cheerful.
Come on, Winky. Paul's probably waiting for us.
Welcome back to Casa.
Thanks, Ken. Did you contact Paul?
Yes, he asked that you wait here.
Have any message come through from Secretary Drake?
This arrived just after you blasted off for Prah.
Thank you. Following information may be of use. We monitored scrambled message sent to Prah. Message originated on planet C4R.
C4R. That's code for Ophiuchus.
Now we can guess whose ship we saw as we left Prah.
Well, glad to see you two back.
Feels pretty good to us, too.
Hello, Paul.
Did you get close enough to Prah?
We made a landing on it.
Oh, that's impossible. No spaceship has ever penetrated their defense barrier.
Well, maybe that's because none of them took along any coal light, Paul.
I never know when Winky's being serious.
Well, you're looking at a very serious fella, Paul. When the orbit jet landed on Prah, it was invisible.
You mean that cold light made your spaceship invisible?
I'll explain that later, Paul. The important thing now is we discovered Rinkman's pirate operations are based on Prah.
Oh, when I asked you to wait here for me, I had a reason. Ken, you got those records, Sandy?
Oh, yeah.
There was something about the disappearance of our cargo spaceships that bothered me. How did the pirates know the exact schedule? So I checked the records. I found that each spaceship reported from just outside our gravity field and then vanished.
I see. Making it look as if Rinkman got his information from here. Well, it should be easy to check.
Unfortunately, it isn't. You see, Ken had an assistant named Hagar New. He was an apprentice from Mars. The day Venus' ship disappeared, he vanished.
I think you'll eventually find your traitor, Paul.
Ken, continue a close guard around here.
Of course.
Sleepy little fella nodding in my arms. Couldn't keep your head up if you tried. Take your ship of slumber where nothing harms. A ranger boy who's on a starfield ride. All the sky is winking and blinking a sleepy little lullaby as deeper still we fly in your palatial extra spatial outbound dreamer to the stars tomorrow Daddy has to climb. The trail we blaze tonight will be my guide. I'll bet the stars will greet me kinda friendly like and smile 'cause they're remembering a little tyke whose smile could make a noodle of a lightning strike the night he made the starfield ride. The night he made the starfield ride.
Oh, Vina, when you have that report finished, will you send it to Secretary Drake on the message scrambler? Oh, Winky, I'm going to check over the orbit jet.
You want me to go with you?
No, you stay here. I'll be back before you turn in.
Rinkman, I also cut power on all defense units.
Can we come in for a landing?
I'll stand by at Central Station. I'll bring you in by ground control.
Don't let Rocky Jones blast off before we arrive.
He won't find the orbit jet. I switched on the invisibility equipment.
That's the equipment we want.
It's here, ready to be taken. Somebody's coming. Out.
Ah, you're working late, Ken.
Since Haggard rat out, I've been on a 24-hour duty. I use the charting room for living quarters.
I came to check on the orbit jet. It isn't at the landing platform.
That's strange.
I wonder where it could have been taken.
The only place spaceships can be kept is at one of the platforms.
Ah, I see. Well, have you seen anything of Hagar Nu?
Not a sign.
All right. I'll check the platform again, just to be sure.
Also catch up with the traitor, Ken.
So it was Ken. I guess both of us found out too late.
You are an Earthman.
Yes, Rocky Jones. I command the orbit jet.
I am Hagar Nu, a Martian.
They're looking for you as the traitor.
Ken arranged that cleverly. After I caught him giving information to the pirates, he had to silence me.
Yes, he's quite a hand at that.
For 2 days, I was bound and helpless in the charting room at Central Station. Yesterday, I was put into a deep sleep, found myself here.
We're on my ship, the orbit jet. That's where Ken made his mistake. I know the ship too well.
Ken is an evil man. He'll not stop at murder.
If we can get out of these bonds, he'll have missed his chance. These bonds, I may be able to slip them over my wrists.
This is Casa 7 Central Station. Come in.
Rinkman here, making approach for landing.
Neutralize all circuits.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Ground control will bring you in for landing. Out.
Well, we made it, Doc. Now we have to take over Casa 7.
And do it fast. Get Markov and Lincoln here.
We got work to do, Ken. First, there's Paul Ray, taking prisoner. He's headed the entire project at Casa 7.
Then what?
After that, it'll be easy.
Where do we find this Paul Ray?
I'll show you.
Brinkman.
Just making a little surprise visit.
We've covered the area at least a dozen times, Lincoln.
Hold it. I'll use this. I said hold it. We're taking charge here, and if you don't think so, I'll give you a taste of this.
I think it's slipping loose.
Ken keeps on the automatic lock.
He didn't know there was a way to handle that. There's an emergency circuit breaker here. Will you stand by the ship, Haggernu?
If it's your wish.
Good. There's some space guns in the control section. I'm going to do something about moving the orbit jet.
Ken will see you.
I don't think so. The ship is invisible.
But that's impossible.
I'll explain that later.
The orbit jet is invisible. I don't think Ken will be able to find it again.
I am frank to say, I am puzzled.
Ken had the platform marked so he'd know where the invisible ship was located. I erased the marks and put them on another platform. I'd sure like to see Ken's face when he looks for the orbit jet.
The orbit jet's invisible. I marked the platform. Come on. We'll walk right into the invisible band.
Where is this invisible band?
I don't understand it.
You sure you know what you're doing?
I left the ship right here twice. I've gone aboard.
Well, you blundered somewhere. There's nothing here, real or invisible.
Rocky Jones and the Martian are on the ship tied up.
If I know Rocky Jones, he didn't stay tied up long.
But he couldn't get away.
If he did, he's got the orbit jet, and Cleolanta will have your neck.
I'll find the ship.
Well, you go on looking. I'll get Rocky's crew into my ship and send them along to Ephesus.
With his friends in danger, Rocky Jones will soon show his hand.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mind, Doc. If the orbit jet is lost, so are you.
Were you looking for me, Ken? All right, I've got a nice place for you. Move! Whose ship is that on the next platform? Whose ship is it? Freeman! All right. On the ship.
Sounds like Ken's in trouble. Hold him here.
Go on.
Nobody's in sight. Lock them in the rear section. They've got a long journey ahead.
Right, let's go.
Wait. Get ready to take off for Ephesus. Doc will go along as navigator.
When do we blast off?
As soon as I contact Cleolanta and explain things, I'll give you the word. Markov and I'll be using Paul Ray's quarters.
Ken won't give us any more trouble.
Our next job is to take Rinkman. He's wanted back on Earth to answer for his crimes.
Perhaps he'll answer for them sooner than that.
What do you mean, Haggernu?
I wanted to be certain the traitors are destroyed. I inserted tonite alpha into the rocket tubes of Rinkman's spaceship.
That'll blow them to bits when they blast off.
Yes,
The traitors will be destroyed.
I want him alive, Hagernu. Winky, Paul.
Dr. Vanko, Link, come in.
Yes, Rinkman?
You can blast off any time, Doc.
What did you arrange with Cleolanda?
She's sending 2 spaceships with troops to police this project.
Can you hold on till they arrive?
The troops will be taking over before the people here know that Paul Ray is missing. Come back as soon as you can, Doc. We'll need you here. Good flying.
And for your good hunting, you'll have to find Rocky Jones. Out.
Rickman!
Where are Paul Ray and my crew?
You're a little late, Rocky.
Where are they?
They're due to blast off Casa 7 at any moment.
On which ship?
They're safely stowed away on my spaceship.
Don't let them blast off, Rickman.
Stop bluffing, Rocky. You try to hold the ship.
You've got to stop them. The ship's in danger of blowing up.
Starboard rocket. Is the fuel feed okay?
Yeah, it registers.
Try the starboard rocket again.
Dr. Vanko, Link, come in. Urgent.
There's a signal, Doc. Take it.
Dr. Vanko.
Doc, trouble. Rocky Jones on his way to the ship. Hold blast off. Take him.
We'll handle him.
Rocky's here. Open the hatch, then keep it covered.
Take Bango. This one's mine.
I knew Rocky was all right, Vina.
Of course, Bobby.
Oh, Paul, you don't know how close you came to oblivion. Hagernu loaded the rockets with tonite alpha.
Wow. It was lucky I thought of knocking out those fuel pumps, wasn't it?
I knew we could depend on you, Winky.
Bobby showed us a new trick with his penknife. He short-circuited the door controls.
I had to do something, didn't I, Rocky? Well, that's why you took me along.
Bobby, you're wonderful. Oh, Paul, there are a couple of more prisoners at your quarters we have to pick up to add to these. And we got to take them back to Earth to turn them in.
Oh, did you find the orbit jet?
Yes, and she's ready for blastoff. Oh, Paul, one more detail. There are 2 spaceships headed here from Opetius.
I'll know what to do with them. Blast them.
Hey, how about using the astrophone?
I've already reported to Secretary Drake.
Yeah, well, you see, I wanted to call Betty. I want to see if she's still waiting for me at the bandstand in Central Park. Come on now, lay off. I'll ask her if she has a friend for you.
Be with us next week, same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.
Great job, Star Cadets! The captain will debrief you in a moment when Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour returns.
Mission accomplished, Star Cadets. You've all served with valor and honor. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, and I, Captain Paxar of the Interdimensional Peace Force, salute you. You may now stand down until we meet again at the appointed time coordinates, when we will again undertake a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions. Until then, Star Cadets, always remember, keep the peace.